Thank you for clicking play on the video. I'd like to ask you to click the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so that you can get alerted every time we bring out great content. Thanks. Hey YouTube comic community, this is Jimmy the Geek Aficionado, and I want to welcome you back to Will Work for Comics. This is part 4 of my $4,000 comic haul. As I mentioned in the previous episodes, I got these books from my LCS from a new collection that he had gotten in because I had built up a significant amount of credit. And how did I get that credit? I turned in old books, right? Not old books as in old books, but books, modern books that I did not want to keep. Obviously, I got them at a much reduced price than what I paid for them, or I got the credit for a much reduced price. The fact of the matter is I was able to trade that in for something that I wanted more than to keep those particular books. And as everybody who's in the community is aware, there's a lot of books that come out on a regular basis. So you don't want to keep them. Here's an opportunity. This is something that you can do to keep your collection growing in the way that you want it to. So this is part 2 of Marvel, part 4 overall. And this is just kind of across the spectrum. Last episode we had, it was an all Thor issue. And this is going to go across the rest of the Marvel U. This is a near mint copy of Daredevil number 254. This is the first appearance of Typhoid Mary. A little late picking this one up. I had one already, but Typhoid Mary appeared in the Iron Fist season 2 on Netflix. Kind of, it was, basically a woman who's unhinged whose name was Mary, and she, kind of kicked Daredevil's ass. But fact of the matter is that she didn't actually, turn it, get the whole makeup and everything like that. So we'll see how that works out later on. We do have another copy of Daredevil. This is issue number 44, so we're going way back. And I got it because, not because I didn't have it or because it's key, but because it's in such great shape. This is easily, I want to say, this is a VF to near mint copy. Needs a press. It could probably hit low near mint level, but just a beautiful copy of an old Daredevil book. And right when we come across 12 centers that are in such great shape, we can't not pick them up, right? If we have the means. And this time I had the means, so that might actually get Slab just because of the grade that it's in. Now, the same could be said for these books as well. These are original series Doctor Strange. This is issue number 177. I want everybody to get a nice close look at it. This is at least a VF near mint copy. It's just gorgeous with all the blacks in there, and Doctor Strange with his new mask and all that. Great copy, as is this one. I've got this pegged as a near mint minus. This is issue number 179, guest starring Spider-Man with I want to say that's a Ditko cover. I'll have to verify that, but just beautiful shape, absolutely beautiful shape. Super high grade on these early Doctor Strange books. So I'm loving that a lot, absolutely a lot. Getting into some Captain America. This is issue number 122, The Sting of the Scorpion. So we got a Spider-Man villain making an appearance in a Captain America book. And some Sergeant Fury, some early ones here. This is issue number 17. This is one of the few that I was missing from the first 50, as well as issue number 27, which, if you're not aware, it's the origin of Fury's eye patch. So those of you who are always wondering how Fury got that eye patch, how he lost his seeing in that eye, this is the issue. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, issue number 27. This is not the first copy I have of this. I want to say this is most likely the 4th copy I have of this. Third copy. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, issue number 13. First appearance of Captain America and Bucky in World War II in the Silver Age. That's what makes this book special, is that specific piece of information. It's his first appearance in Marvel Comics in the Silver Age in World War II. Now, when this book came out, I want to say he'd already had, been discovered. He was already shown up in the Avengers, because I'm not sure about the dates, but I definitely will compare that. But it's kind of a key issue, right? It's important, and kind of the foundation of the Captain America First Avenger film, where he's there with the Howling Commandos. Now, I'm gonna roll through these next books. This is Tales of Suspense. I'm gonna roll through these, and I'm just gonna identify the ones that are big, like this one. This is Tales of Suspense number 59. Issue 58 had the fight between Captain America and Iron Man, and it was his first time appearing in this title, right? But this is the first time that they've now split it and turned it into a double feature. So this is the first solo Captain America story in the Silver Age, right? Obviously, you had all the stuff that happened in Captain America comics in the Golden Age, but when we're talking Silver Age, this is his first solo story. It's also the first appearance of a character that I think everybody who's watched the films and read the comic books knows. This is the first Jarvis, right? He's not an AI, he's actually a butler, but this is his first appearance is in this particular book. And this is a great copy as well. I've got it marked as a VG+, but it's got a lot of potential to come up as a little bit of a stain down here in the corner. But it's in much better shape than any copy of it I've owned previously. So I'm super happy with it. It just has great eye appeal. Here's another huge book, Origin of the Mandarin. This is Tales of Suspense number 62. For those of you who are familiar with who the Mandarin is, I'd like to point out how hokey he looks. He looks like M-Man with a goofy ass scuba mask and a Doctor Strange cloak. He's just a terrible design. He really is. But they really brought him into a better character as time went on, and we're looking forward to seeing him in the Shang-Chi film that's upcoming. But again, this is Origin of the Mandarin. This is a big Silver Age issue in fantastic shape as well. So he's definitely going to get graded. I think we've got that. Yeah, that's a VF. So I'm liking that. Love to see what that returns as. More Tales of Suspense. This is issue number 63. This is the origin of Captain America in the Silver Age. I want to say this is his first origin retelling, like outside of Avengers number 4. They didn't really go into it, too much detail there. But yeah, this is where we get the real origin of Captain America. And how can you have an origin story if you don't tell, where he comes from? This is Tales of Suspense number 65. This is the first appearance of the Red Skull in the Silver Age. So he becomes, again, a villain to Captain America. But this isn't telling about the Red Skull in the Golden Age. This is the Red Skull now actually in the Silver Age. I don't know how he survived. I haven't read it yet, but happy to have it, glad to get it. And it's a big key and stopping point on that series for me. And this one's about a fine plus. But again, super sharp colors and everything. Just glad to get it, and happy to see it get graded when it goes in. Tales of Suspense number 68. Just, I wouldn't say it's a run filler, but it's nice looking. And it's an issue that I didn't have. But here is a small key, we can say. Tales of Suspense number 77. This is the first appearance of Peggy Carter. Those of you who are, again, familiar with the Marvel films, her as Agent Carter. She had her own TV show and everything. But, Captain Carter, I believe, in the book. A little bit more Tales of Suspense. Issue number 87 with the Mole Man. We got issue number 89 with the New Melter. And that's going to do it for our Tales of Suspense run. A lot of these books just, again, in super nice shape. Like this this issue here, this 89, this is a VF near mint copy. 87's a VF copy. They're just in great shape. So I'm going to want to get them graded because they'll be high grade, and it's nice to have. All right, so we're going to switch tracks, and we're going to get into some Strange Tales. Here we go. I'm collecting Strange Tales from issue 101, which is the first appearance of the Human Torch outside of Fantastic Four, down to the end of the series, right? Or when it switches over in the Bronze Age. They picked it back up at issue 169, which is where it had turned into Doctor Strange. And 169 is the first Brother Voodoo, and then it goes from there. I got all the rest of that stuff, so I'm really kind of hunting in the early issues, the 101 to 120 range. So this is issue 118 with the Return of the Wizard, and 124 with a new Paste Pot Pete, who later becomes the Trapster. So these are a little bit lower grade. They've got some tape on the cover and such. Just trying to keep them in good working order. This is number 136. I believe that this is, I'm going to say this is a key. It might be the First Eternity. And let's see, what else do we have? We've got issue number 143. Again, mid-grade, mid-high grade. Not much wrong with it. Number 148, first appearance of Kalu, who was a nemesis of the Ancient One. And that is it for our Doctor Strange and Nick Fury. All right, so down to the last handful of books. All right, so they're important. They're Tales to Astonish. And Tales to Astonish told stories of Giant Man, of Hulk, and then later Submariner. So this is issue number 59. And what's key about this is that this is the first time the Hulk is in the series. He battles Giant Man, and then in issue 60, they go to a double feature, right? And then it stays a double feature until issue 101, which it ends, and Submariner gets his own series, and the Incredible Hulk becomes issue 102. So you got 1 through 6, and then 102. So this is the first Hulk in Tales to Astonish. So small key kind of situation. Here's a little bit bigger one. This is the new costume Giant Man. So not really that much bigger, but when I say bigger, I mean like giant man. Kind of, yeah, just being silly. So issue number 65, Tales to Astonish, features the new costume for Giant Man. So we're not going to talk about like Wasp costumes, right? Because then we'd have a whole segment just on that. All right, this is issue number 66 with Madame Macabre. And last two, here we go. Issue number 68. Again, just a hole that I had. Somebody's back from the dead. We'll have to figure out who it is. I want to say it's probably Rick Jones because I don't think Major Talbot lived. But we'll find out. And then this one, just again, super high, well, not super high grade. It's like a 7.0, but it is characteristically key for our time. This is issue number 73, featuring the Black Knight. And I don't think it's the Dane Whitman Black Knight, because he shows up in Avengers number 43, but this might be the original Black Knight, or the second Black Knight. I'm not sure. I gotta, kind of go through that one. But I'll leave some notes at the bottom. Anyhow, that's it for my $4,000 comic book haul. I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you again. Thanks.